Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine and doing very well. In today's class, we will study Grammar's chapter number 21, that is letter writing. So let's start the chapter now. Before starting the chapter, let us first know what is a letter. A letter is a form of written communication between two persons or two parties on a particular topic, matter, issue, incident, etc. It serves the purpose of documentation as well. It is a written message which is sent to someone, usually in an envelope and by post. It means that a letter is a written message that can be handwritten or printed on paper. It is usually sent to the recipient through mail or post in an envelope, although this is not a requirement as such. Any such message that is transferred through post is a letter, which is a written conversation between two parties. Letter writing is the heart of written communication. It is the process informing or persuading through text. It means a letter is a written message conveyed from one person to another person through a medium and is a means of communication and a store of information. Now that emails and texts and other such forms have become the norm for communication, the art of letter writing has taken a backseat. However, even today a lot of our communication, especially the formal kind, is done through letters. Whether it is a cover letter for a job or the bank sending you a reminder or a college acceptance letter, letters are still an important mode of communication. Parts of a letter means the format for writing a letter. First, letterhead. It means the name and address of a person, a company or an organization that is printed at the top. Second, the date of the letter. It means you have to write the date on which you are writing the letter. Third, the inside address. It may include the address of the receiver also. Then fourth, the greeting or salutation. You have to begin your letter with a proper greeting or salutation like respected ma'am, or it may be dear friend also. Then fifth, title means the subject for writing the letter, the purpose of writing the letter. Then sixth, introduction. Introduction includes the 3 paragraphs, that is 7th point, the body paragraphs. They both are same, means the introduction of a letter is divided into 3 parts. The body, in which you have to introduce the purpose of writing the letter. Then second paragraph should be little brief than the first one, and then third paragraph should be a conclusion and a closure. Then eighth, the complimentary clause. It includes words like yours faithfully or your loving daughter, your loving son, etc. And last, signature and writer's identification. It means you have to write your full name, or even your first name is also suitable there in many of the letters, followed by your signature. Now we will study kinds of letters. Letters are of two kinds. First, formal letters, and second, informal letters. Let us study about each kind of letter in detail. Formal letter. A formal letter is a means of communication between two people who are not known or where the topic at hand requires the use of formal language. They are typically used to address some common phrases to whom the letter is sent, called courtesies. A formal letter is a letter written to a business, a college, or any professional that are not considered friends or family. It means these letters follow a certain pattern and formality. They are strictly kept professional in nature and directly address the issues concerned. Any type of business letter or letter to authorities falls within this given category. A formal letter is one written in a formal language and follows a certain format. Such letters are written for official purposes to authorities, dignitaries, colleagues, seniors, etc., and not to personal contacts which are friends or family. A number of conventions must be adhered while drafting formal letters. So this is an example showing where we need to write formal letters, or the fields, the areas where we need to write formal letters. It is clear that we write formal letters as a complaint, for job application, for reference, for recommendation, for resignation, for saying thank you to someone, and for showing some interest to someone. Now let us take a look at a sample format of a formal letter. This is the format for formal letters. As we said earlier, a formal letter must follow certain rules and conventions. Such a format helps in relaying the information in a professional way. It must be remembered that there are various such formats for formal letters that people follow. The one explained here is the one most commonly used for formal communication these days. First is sender's address. The sender's address is usually put on the top left hand corner of the page near the margin. The address should be complete and accurate in case the recipient, means the receiver of the letter, wishes to get in touch with the sender for further communication. Second is date. The sender's address is followed by the date just below it on the left side of the page near the margin. This is the date on which the letter is being written. It is important in formal letters as they are often kept on record. Then third is receiver's address. After leaving some space, we write the receiver's address on the left side of the page, again near the margin. Whether to write to above the address depends on the writer's choice, his preference. Make sure you write the official title or name or position of the receiver as the first line of the address. Then fourth is the subject. In the center of the line, write subject followed by a colon. Colon are two dots. Then we sum up the purpose of writing the letter in one line. This helps the receiver focus on the subject of the letter in one glance, means at one look. Then fifth is salutation or greeting. This is where you greet the person you are addressing the letter to, means you are writing the letter to. Keep in mind that it is a formal letter, so the greeting must be respectful and not too personal. The general greetings used in formal letters are sir or madam. If you know the name of the person, the salutation may also be Mr. XYZ or Miss ABC. But remember, you cannot address them only by their first name. It must be the full name or only their last name. Then sixth is the body of the letter. This is the main content of the letter. It is either divided into 3 paragraphs or 2 paragraphs if the letter is briefer. the purpose of the letter should be made clear in the first paragraph itself. The tone of the content should be formal and do not use any flowery language here. Another point to keep in mind is that the letter should be concise, means small and to the point, and always be respectful and considerate in your language, no matter the subject of your letter is. Then seventh is the closing the letter. At the end of your letter, write a complimentary closing there. The words yours faithfully or yours sincerely are used here. And last is signature. Here finally you sign your name and then write your name in block letters, means capital letters, below the signature. This is how the recipient or the receiver will know who is sending the letter. Now this is an example for a formal letter. The first line of the letter is the sender's address, which is including his contact number and mail ID as well. Then second line is the date on which the letter is written. After that, the address of the contact information of the person to whom the letter is written. Then salutation or greeting is written, which is Dear Mr. Julius here. Then comes the body of the letter. The first paragraph should provide an introduction and the purpose of writing the letter in brief. Then in second paragraph, provide more information and specific details for writing the letter. It should be bigger than the first paragraph. The last paragraph should restate the reason you are writing and thank the reader for reviewing your request. Now end your letter by writing complimentary words like yours faithfully or yours sincerely, followed by your signature and full name. Now comes the second kind of letter, that is informal letter. An informal letter is a letter written to your friends or family members. It adds a personal touch to one's thoughts and ideas. This type of letter is very spontaneous in manner. The format of this letter is used when we write a chatty or newsy letter to a friend or relative. The tone of informal letter is friendly and full of feelings. Therefore, these letters are also called social letters. Now, it means that these are personal letters. They need not follow any set pattern or any formalities. They contain personal information or are written conversation. Informal letters are generally written to friends, relatives, etc., and are written to close acquaintances of the writer, their friends, family, relatives, etc. Since they are written to close relations, the letters have an informal and personal tone. Casual language is used while writing informal letters, and sometimes the letters may even have an emotional undertone. Informal letters are mainly used for personal communication, so they do not have to follow any specific pattern, format or conventions. They can be written as per the writer's wishes and the requirement of the situation. Now we have the examples of informal letters. It clearly shows to whom we usually write informal letters. We write these letters as an apology, as a condolence, an invitation, for giving thanks, for accepting invitations, and even for giving news. Now let us take a look at a sample format of an informal letter. As we discussed earlier, there is no set format when writing an informal letter, but there is a general pattern, some rules that people usually follow. We will be looking at this pattern and certain tips on how to write effective and attractive informal letters. These can act as guidelines when you are drafting a letter, and they are not hard and fast rules. Let us begin. First is the address. the first thing to write is your address, that is the address of the writer. We usually write the address on the left hand side of the page at the very top. The address should be accurate and complete. Even when writing to close friends or relatives, the address must be written so they can reply back to the letter with ease. If the receiver of the letter is in another country, do not forget to write your country as well in the address. Then second is date. Next, just below the address, we write the date. This allows the reader to have a reference as to when the address was written. He can then relate better to the contents of the letter. Then third is the salutation or greeting. Now, since you know the person you are writing to, the greeting can be informal as well. If it is a friend or someone close to your age, you can greet them by their first name like Dear Alex. If you are writing to your relative like your mother, father, aunt, uncle, etc., you may greet them as such, for example, Dear Mom, Dear Father, etc. And if you are writing to an elder person, someone you respect greatly, you can address them as Mr. or Mrs. Like say, for example, you are writing a congratulatory letter to your teacher, then you can address it as Dear Mrs. Alex. Then fourth is the body of the letter. Introduction paragraph. It means it should contain a short description. The introductory paragraph sets the tone for the whole letter. You might begin by asking the receiver about their well-being, or you may say that you hope the letter finds them in good health and great spirits. The opening of informal letters should be casual and comforting. It must not be formal and direct as in business letters. Then second paragraph, here we begin writing the actual letter. The letter overall should maintain a friendly tone, but you have to adjust the language and the wordings according to who you are writing to. With a friend, you can afford to be very casual even, but if you are writing to an elder relative, you must be extremely respectful and considerate. And in third paragraph, it should conclude or include the ending part. In the conclusive paragraph, sum up the reason for writing the letter, that is, summarize the letter. Say a meaningful and affectionate goodbye to the reader, and do not forget to invite the reader to write back or reply to your letter. It shows an intention to keep the conversation going. And last is the signature. There is no way to sign off informal letters. Since they do not follow a strict format, you may sign off as you please. Some commonly used phrases are lots of love, best wishes, kind regards, kindly, etc. You pick the one that best suits the occasion and then simply sign your name below the greeting. Here is one solved example of an informal letter for you. Just go through this. The first 3 lines are the sender's address. 4th line is the date on which the letter was written. 5th line, Dear Mom, is the salutation or greeting of this letter. Then comes the body of the letter. The first paragraph is the introduction, showing the concern for the person to whom you have written the letter. The second paragraph states the reason for writing the letter. And last paragraph, the third paragraph, is the conclusion with affectionate remarks. Then comes the complimentary closure. It can be yours lovingly or your friend or lots of love, etc. And at last, your first name will come as a signature. We have 3 solved examples of letters in this chapter to make it more clear. Come, let's go through them. Letter 1. Write a letter to your friend inviting him to your sister's marriage. This is an example of an informal letter because you have to write this letter to your friend inviting him to your sister's marriage. So here first you have to write down your address, then date on which you are writing the letter, and after that you have to write a proper salutation for your friend and then body of the letter. And at last use a complimentary closure like yours affectionately or your friend and then your first name. So let's see how you can write this letter. The address is 4A Sector 46 Vikas Nagar, Kanpur. Date is 24th September 2017. Then salutation, my dear friend, I am very happy to receive your letter. You will be glad to know that my sister's marriage will be held on 4th October 2017. I invite you to attend the marriage. I am sure that you will definitely come. Then conclusion is, convey my best regards to uncle, aunt and love to Lucky. And at last, yours affectionately. This is closure of the letter. And then signature is Sumit, the first name of the sender. Second, write a letter to your aunt who has met with an accident. This is also an example of an informal letter because you have to write a letter to your relative who is your aunt and has met with an accident. So we will follow the same procedure for writing an informal letter as we did in example number 1. Let's see how we can write this letter. 48 Vimal Enclave, New Delhi. This is the address, sender's address. Then 7th July 2017 is the date on which the letter was written. Then greetings or salutation is, my dear auntie. Then body of the letter, I was shocked to know that you met with an accident and fractured your arm. You must be feeling a lot of pain. I wish I had been there to look after you for some days. I want to share your pain, suffering and loneliness. I will come very soon to see you. Then conclusion, I have lots of things to tell you. Get well soon. Then ending, yours affectionately, Anil. Third, write a letter to your father asking for money to purchase books. Students, again this is an example of an informal letter. So here also we will follow the same rule as we followed in letter 1 and letter 2. Let's have a look how we can write this letter. 27 Anand Vihar, Lucknow. This is the address of the sender. Then 26 January 2017 is the date on which the letter was written. My dear father is the salutation used here. You will be glad to know that I have stood first in my class. I got distinction in English and mathematics. Now I am in class 4th. I need some money to purchase some new books. Please send me 600 rupees. Then ending, your loving son, Shubham. Let us revise quickly what we studied in this chapter today. In this chapter, we studied that a letter is a written message which is sent to someone, usually in an envelope and by post. There are two kinds of letters, first formal letters and second informal letters. Then we studied the format for each kind of letter followed by an example of each, and after that we also went through 3 solved examples of an informal letter given in the chapter. After explaining the chapter and examples also, let us solve some exercises now which are related to this chapter. Exercise A. Write a letter to your elder brother who lives in Mumbai asking if you could visit him during holidays. Since you have to write this letter to your elder brother, so clearly it is an informal letter. Follow the format for writing an informal letter. Write your address first, then your city's name, that is Ghaziabad. After that, write the date on which you are writing this letter. Then give salutation or greeting. You can use dear brother, and after that you have to write your brother's first name only. Then the body of the letter, which is we all are fine here and hope the same for you. My autumn breaks are starting from 10th September and I wish to spend my vacations with you in Mumbai. Kindly plan out all the program. At last, conclude the letter by using an affectionate remark like yours lovingly followed by your first name. Exercise B. Write a letter to your friend inviting him to your birthday party. Students, again this is an informal letter as you have to write this letter to your friend inviting him to your birthday party. We will follow the same rules as we did in exercise A. First write your address and then your city's name, that is Ghaziabad. Then the date on which you are writing this letter. After that, write a salutation. You can use dear and your friend's first name. After that comes the body of the letter, which is like, we have not met for a very long time. I wonder if you could come to my house on 25th July at 7 p.m. in my birthday party. I cannot think of such a nice party without you and your family. I expect you on time with your best wishes on that day. Do come with your family. After that, end your letter by using an affectionate remark like your loving friend followed by your first name. After explaining the exercises also, it's time for some homework now. Your homework is to read the chapter again, learn all the 3 solved examples of letters given in this chapter and complete all the exercises in your grammar notebooks neatly. You will get these exercises in your class WhatsApp group also, so that you can note down the work neatly and comfortably. We will meet again soon in our next class with a new chapter. Till then, complete all your work, stay safe, stay healthy and stay at homes. Thank you.